Alright, today we're playing more of this deck. We played it yesterday. Deck's great. It's a delight. Did pretty well. Gonna keep doing well today. Combo deck. Combo is Enduring Vitality plus Floodcaller. Is very silly. You make a lot of mana because your Otters and Rats from Song of Totentanz all untap whenever you cast a spell. You have an actual infinite combo in here. Stormchaser's talent. You have a Floodcaller and you have 3 Otters or Rats that you can tap for mana. Then this plus town ain't big enough. Essentially, most of the time is going to generate infinite mana and bounce your entire opponent's board and make all your Otters infinitely large, which is pretty good. Deck's great. Excited to play it some more. Let's go. I guess I mulligan. Alright, this is pretty reasonable. Wish I knew if we wanted Pawpatch or bonus removal spell. That would be like very good info, but hey. Ellipsis for draws. Indeed, indeed. Quarter of the way to VIP. That's kind of crazy. Will you be the first person to redeem it? I know Yaley actually has enough points to redeem it. It's just like sitting on a hoard of points. By fairness, you'll be missed. Well, I guess we let them know the card we just drew. 209k, that's pretty good going. TBH. Golgari. Luckily we can answer that. Very nice draw. Love a Thundertrap. Oh, we actually have Analyze online? Oh, but we lose our... Oh, it's because of the Furnace. We don't even lose that much to Analyze. Kind of sad to lose the Torch if they glitter us, but I mean, Analyze sounds amazing. How do you still have so many points left, Callie? I'm constantly in awe of how many points you have left. Is the number actually going down? Also, I meant to get Questing Druid here instead of Trainer. Trainer's pretty good at finding town ain't big enough though, which is probably the best card right now. Or like a beans would also be good. Hey, we found it. Look at us go. Now they can't ever kill my stuff. Other than this Otter token, I suppose. Opponent did not get the memo. Do I want both trainers back? Do I want the talent back? Both trainers back sounds pretty great. I love that they're just letting me do this. That is a very large friend. Actually a little scary. Well, if I analyze, I get to hit my land draw. Probably what I want to do. We fetching forest or island? Feels like I have a lot to do with islands. It also feels like I'm always wanting more islands every game. An island does immediately save me a point of life. Very nice. And bounce the Archfiend. They just activating Cottage? I would be so thrilled. Let's go. Oh yeah. Fire off a chump block. I guess chump blocking only saves me 2 life, right? And it loses me a resource. It's probably bad to chump block. Whatever. Floodcaller? Floodcaller, Bushwhack, Town? Get them for 1 billion? Very happy we didn't chump block. Yeah, on top land. Although we wouldn't have the talent to trigger next turn. That line. So it being Bushwhack was actually a little bit better, I think. Because now we have the talent trigger the following turn. Although I guess having talent in play would let us rebuy a town next turn, so kind of good either way. Kind of doesn't super matter. Alright, they're going to kill the Floodcaller, and then we're going to go Floodcaller talent, kill you. Feel very happy that we narrowly won this game with our mediocre mopey beats. Look at these mediocre mopey beats go. But you turn -1 the turn before we very comfortably die. Have an extra 1/1. Oh, true. Yeah, you're probably right. It'd be good either way. They are mighty otters. They are fearsome. Hear them roar. Probably want Pawpatch. They have Archfiend and Annex. Seems to be the case. I guess against Glissers, we want Raids pretty badly, and Furnace. My favorite Sailor Scout. I actually had an answer to this, but I can't remember their names anymore. I'm actually very poorly equipped to answer this question because I just genuinely can't remember their names. Do I know the color? I think it's the blue-haired one. Was my fave. I like how there's even disagreement about which one I'm referring to in chat. Incredible. Neptune. I'm gonna look up Neptune. Oh, I should also finish sideboarding. No, not Neptune, Mercury. Yeah, Mercury was my fave. Yeah, Mercury's the nerd. Probably why I love her. Look, we are pro nerds in this stream. Try this. How do they do against the Delirium deck? We ended up winning. Game 1, we got crushed, but then both the post-board games, we kind of just played a really good control game. And ran them out of resources. Yeah, I hate Bit of Reunion. I kind of want to cut it from the deck. I keep almost talking myself into it maybe being good. And then being like, wait, what am I talking about? I think I play this slightly less combo-y than most people do. It did win us a whole game, kind of. Who's to say it wouldn't have won us that game if it was a different card though, right? You just don't know. Wow. Look at us go. Drawing so well. Actually kind of obscene. Another counterspell. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about a main deck counter. Incredible, Gwen. Incredible. You play an agonizing Azura's control deck. Maybe that's my kind of girl. I don't know. You know? Draw a card first. Then analyze. Maybe the real answer is that I find Sailor Mercury very relatable. maybe that's the real answer. Do I attack? Are we willing to trade an Otter here? They get to draw a card. So it's not clearly good. But it could make us die less. I don't know. 2 mana, it's true. And they lose a life. They lose 4 life. Maybe it's worth it. Yeah, I think maybe I just find Sailor Mercury too relatable. Uh-oh, here's the Archwing. We get to bounce it though, and then like hit them for 1 billion. I don't know. It seems fine. Right? The country is the UK. It will make sense now. I want to draw an extra card or get an extra Otter. They're kind of dying to my Otters. Sounds pretty good. We have plenty of cards going on. Ooh, torch. I don't want a Song X equals 1. Worth like kind of a silly amount of damage. I guess torching this Dread Knight is also worth damage though too. I guess we just save the Song and probably kill them with it pretty trivially anyway. This doesn't seem like we can ever lose this game. I feel like this is like a take game actions at random and still win very easily kind of game, but who's to say? Who's to say, really? 11 by your math? That sounds about right. Wow! Rude. Rude. Anyway. The game continues. Did I want to scry there? Maybe. Honestly, didn't consider it. Actually should have. No, it feels very hard to lose if I just keep doing this every turn. I'm drawing so many cards. Untapped land would let me like actually have the loop assembled. Unfortunately, I do not have an untapped land. Unfortunately. Yeah, the standard format, very good. Certainly agree with you, Kyber. Big fan. Oh my god, the huge raid from Darkest Mage. Hell yeah, welcome to everyone joining us. We are playing some Temur Otters today. Deck I enjoy a very normal amount. You had a good stream, MJ? I guess I really don't want to play out the talent because it lets the Harvester deal an extra 2 damage to me. Sounds about right. They have to be careful, they could just randomly die to Song. Currently Song is 1, 2, 6, 7 tokens, and they're on 6. Alright, we go to 9. I guess they're dead if they have nothing. But if we go for it and they have something, we die. So it might... If I was to, like, return a town ain't big enough, and then bounce a Furnace and an Archfiend, that's like... It feels, like, very hard to lose that game is the thing. And I feel like I lose if I go for it and their hand is a removal spell. So... I guess this is the line? Yeah, we don't think we can lose if we play it safe. The impression I get. I think I am very into playing it safer. I guess we could lose if they have Terror Sunder playing it safe, which we would not lose to otherwise. That is one card. That is like the singular card. That would actually be a pretty big problem. Oh, so nice. Beans is going to put more cards in our hand for Furnace. It's kind of amazing. Our Furnace wouldn't actually kill the Harvester if we didn't have these beans in play. And there's the kill spell for the Archfiend. Excellent. Beans should not work on cheated mana. It's so delightful. It really shouldn't, but it sure does. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool that it works on cheated mana. It makes for, like, cards that wouldn't normally be good, like, actually getting there in interesting ways. Maybe later this week, Kyber. I think today I just want to play ladder a little more. Yeah, it's the whole reason it's playable anywhere. I don't know. I enjoy it, but I guess I'm biased because I play beans a lot, so you know. They get to go up to 9, so they don't die to Song. Not quite. Oh, we can do the Vitality Song thing, though. Pretty adorable. I guess then we still have Pawpatch open, so we don't die to them going Sweeper plus Archfiend necessarily. Kinda. They lose haste at end of turn. Maybe I'm silly. Maybe this doesn't actually work like I wanted it to. Yeah. Stormchasers into Song would kill through the food. But maybe it's too big a risk into, like, removal spell untap Sweeper, because we can kind of beat that. Maybe we just don't need to go for that. 4, 5, 6. I think I'm gonna go for it. Like, pretty unlikely combination of cards. Just kill them over 2 turns. Yeah. Yeah, maybe this is bad. I don't know. I'm just gonna go for it. I probably shouldn't. Seems astronomically unlikely I lose though. Feel like if I try and get the slow kill here, we're gonna be here for like a billion hours. Sure. Alright. Guess I hold back a blocker? Oh wait, no, they're just dead. Opponent. Yeah, I guess their removal spell doesn't let them use the food. That's funny. I didn't actually consider that. We actually had lethal either way. I love it when you see legacy decks where the literal it feels like sometimes the literal only thing that triggers beans is Force of Will, which is so crazy. Like, I'm sure that isn't every one of them, I have definitely seen Legacy decks which that is the case for. Alright. Just gonna plan on training next turn. Then if we rip Green Source, we have a Mana Dork in play. Pretty nice. Oh, they have the removal spell for our trainer. Cool. Choose not to remove our Llanowar Elf. Okay. Go fetch a land. I don't want to find a red for this torch. I don't want to find a green and just hold open town ain't big enough. Though obviously that removes my Mana Dork from play, but that's probably fine. This island is like slightly awkward this turn. I guess if I torch next turn I can still go Bushwhack and well, I can't quite. I'm gonna do some good stuff next turn though. Feels like I really want the bounce spell for later because the bounce spell plays so well through combat tricks. Whereas torch they can sometimes go over the top of. Manifold Mouse. Cool thing. Ernest is very nice. Guess I just do that. It's slightly awkward that it means we don't have town open. We give them like a 1-turn window where they can maybe get us with some weird nonsense. Then if they don't get us, we have Vitality into town open, which is going to be pretty unbeatable, it feels like. I don't know, Sanguine. That's an interesting question. It certainly has the most complicated decision trees. I don't know if I would say that makes it the highest skill expression. Like, plenty of decks that are very high skill that don't have to be nightmarishly complicated, right? Want to do bigger. All right. I need you to give me a definition of skill expression if we're actually going to have this conversation, Clam. I need a working definition of skill expression here. Otherwise, this just goes nowhere. More decisions equals more skill. That's not even necessarily true, though. Something can have less decisions and still be like incredibly high skill because of how hard those decisions are. That's flippant and demonstrably false. Sure. Oh, I love Moran Banesplitter. What a card. What a card. I actually genuinely do really like Moran Banesplitter. I'm not even memeing. I think that card's pretty cool for like long grindy games. Hey, Sari. I guess I can just go ahead and town. Maybe we get got by like pump spell, whatever. I'm got enough going on for now. My life a little healthy. They do have the monstrous rage. Boo. This game does seem pretty hard to lose now, though. They only have one mystery card. Ooh, Dark Ritual. Are they dead? I feel like it is very likely that they are dead and that I'm not nearly smart enough to know the answer. So we would make 4. Oh, we don't have any 1-mana spells. They would be, I believe they would be dead if we had a 1-mana spell. Yeah, we need a 1-mana spell, you're right. We are very close to killing them. But alas, not quite. Cooler first. So many fewer things, but maybe. Then we make 1. And then we have 3 mana. Yeah, that has to be lethal, right? There's no way that isn't lethal. Probably. I hope. This is so sick. Oh yeah, we found the infinite. Yeah, we just have infinite everything now. That's pretty good. Also, they're just already dead. Absolute banger, it's true. That is what this deck is. I should probably just kill them. The talent was the best draw possible. I mean, they were already, I believe they were already dead anyway. Almost certainly. But also, yes. Assembling infinite is good. I agree. I am inclined to agree. Pawpatch is actually kind of reasonable if they have Leyline. Me infinite combos them, also me boards out a bunch of the combo cards. Classic. Classic, classic. Like, Pawpatch also just kills the Slick Shot as well as Leyline. It is more fun to have them dead with an infinite, I agree. I feel like I am meant to keep this, but it is also slightly awkward for obvious reasons. God damn it. I'm gonna add that to the list of obvious reasons, I guess. Why not? Good draw. Infinite life gain versus infinite damage? So I should actually know the answer to this, but maybe it almost wants to like immediately bounce it. That's probably crazy. However. Yeah, the person who decides how many times they complete it. Yeah, I believe that is correct. So if you're like using a loop that deals infinite damage to someone, and you say 1,000,000 damage, and then they go, I gain 1,000,000 life. You can then go, okay, I deal 1,000,000 more damage. And they're required at the person who is like, who has to break in that scenario? I just never played X where that's actually relevant. Who has to break the stalemate? Is it the person gaining life because they're... It should be the active player that has to break the stalemate. Okay, interesting. Well, we sure don't have red mana, but hey, fine. Probably draw then. No, it's not a draw. There's an actual like way of resolving it. I just can't remember what it is. It's definitely not a draw though. Alright. They pay 3 mana to draw a very minor fraction of a card. I guess we just double block the Swift Spear, they use a pump spell, and we bounce the Swift Spear, and life moves on. It'd be kind of nice to bounce the Challenger instead, of course, but getting a Monstrous Rage out of their hand seems good. Alright, I would love to draw access to red mana. That would be extremely good. Or we could just not. Or we could just not do that. Okay, okay. No, there was actually a deck where that was the case in Modern at one point. Or there was a matchup where that was the case in Modern at one point. I can't remember what it was specifically. But like, this is like a real scenario that existed. Is the list available anywhere? Yeah, exclamation mark deck list should show it, assuming that Untapped is working. Oh wait, I can block this and bounce this? Is that better? I guess so. Cool. Scream. Please. Lay of the land. Lay of the land. Come on. Oh, yeah, company combo mirrors. I believe you're correct that that was the specific matchup this was relevant to. Yes. Fragmented loops. Player A takes a bunch of infinite actions, and in response, player B takes a bunch of infinite actions. The active player, or the closest to active player, must break the loop. Interesting. Huh. They have a Might of the Meek? You're kidding me. God, that's bad. Yeah. I guess we're triple blocking and throwing away Vitality as an out. Yes, sir. Team free. Moran Banesplitter. I'm telling you, Moran Banesplitter is really good. No one believes me. But here we are. Yeah, if you can do infinite damage during your main phase, but I can gain infinite life, I win. Yeah, interesting. Huh. Magic is a strange game, is largely what I'm getting from this. This is the main takeaway. Infinite damage wins if it's an instant combo on the opponent's upkeep. Correct. I believe. Don't quote me. Please. It's hard to imagine this going too badly for us. I was, in fact, correct. Just run this out. Oh. I'm already in your quote book. Damn it. Oh, Screaming Nemesis. What a pal. What a pal Screaming Nemesis is. Just vibing here. Screaming Nemesis is like the best defensive creature they've ever printed. How does anyone attack into it? It needs reach, not haste. Come on. Why did they put haste on my defensive creature? Calm Nemesis. No, it's still screaming. It's howling at my opponent. What matchup is it used offensively? I believe the mono red matchup. Wow, look at this. This is great. Oh, Screaming Nemesis. They do kill it, but they also lose their Swift Spear. I guess I could hypothetically die here. I should probably target the challenger so I can like mass block it and trade with it. That seems prudent. I don't like, I still get to keep the vitality effect anyway, and this way they can't fling. Turn off their life gain through. I forgot about that. You're right. Right. Damn. Oh, do I just do this and get back? Oh. Alright, whatever. Dissection Tools. Puts a Bushwhack in the yard. Let's go. Your turn. Force them to use Fling on Nemesis. Indeed, indeed. It's like 5-for-1 them. Classic. Every turn is a 5-for-1. Oh, I could kick it. It feels like pretty hard to lose if I kick it. And then I can sack an Otter to equip the tools. Do I sack, equip, swing? Sack, equip, swing, re-equip? Or sack, have it on defense? All of these are very appealing. It feels like if I get to untap, dying is going to be basically impossible. So I guess we should just gain the life and then re-equip. Oh, or we could trade. That's also good. The Mere Demon should still be good after Foundations. Desecration Demon is an interesting card for that deck, essentially. But also, like, Dimir Demons is just already good. I don't think Foundations is going to really make any of the existing decks that much worse. Seems unlikely to me. There you go. Do this. Oh, make a talent. Opponent angry. It true. Opponent's angry that we're having more fun than them. Honestly valid. This furnace is not actually very good, huh? I don't really have cards in hand. Details, details. Can't imagine it was actually a problem. Anyway, it looks better now. She has the whole screen. Look at it go. Yeah, it depends on the matter. I have had a couple times where I felt awkward about casting Archfiend. Because I need to block with it. And like obviously you can stop Desecration Demon blocking, but then you have to like sack a creature. It's not. Yeah, there is a cost. Whereas Archfiend is just sometimes going to kill you if you need to block with it. Desecration Demon's pretty bad against Fountain Port decks. I think Archfiend's pretty bad against those decks too. Like half their removal exiles. Whenever I play these demons decks, I board out Archfiend against them. When it's playing the bad deck, they are, but also might be killing us with bad decks. You know. You'll see. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and get it. Might end up saunering this game. Please don't kill my trainer. I really want to bounce this trainer. Let's play a stupid hasty creature, whatever. Okay. Bitter Reunion is nice. Don't tell anyone I said that. I know I keep complaining about that card. It's really nice here though, with this Analyze the Pollen and this Sauna. I don't know, it's possible I want the Sauna, but I feel like we're gonna have enough going on without it. Is my suspicion. With 2 town ain't big enough in hand. Yeah, this is like the first time I've liked Reunion, other than that time it literally won me the game. That we choose to not to talk about. You feel like I complain about it a lot in a vacuum, and every time I draw it, I talk about how good it is in that spot. That sounds pretty much exactly like me, yes. that sounds very much like me. Interesting. This town is so small when you really think about it. This town is like tiny. Oh, this would tap me out of green. I needed to play this land. Very silly. I guess I can bounce Caretakers anyway, if that's what they do. Like, fine. Rug. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. I really want to get set up. Why did they only build a town big enough for one person? Indeed, indeed. Oh, we don't have a torch for the Vitality yet. Maybe that was a bit aggressive. Vitality is like currently somewhat vulnerable. Yeah, I don't know that I like 7 mana Chandra that much, but I guess the point of Planeswalkers that are in standard for 5 years is that they shouldn't be completely broken, so maybe it's fine that I don't like 7 mana Chandra that much. Maybe it's okay. I'm just gonna get another one of these down. I know we could like kick, oh my god, Arena please. I know we could kick it later. It's true, but Torch helps a lot. Torch does help a lot. Oh, there's the Torch, but I really want a Stormchaser, right? Stormchasers is great. Get down our Reunion and discard a town. We have 2 more of them. I guess that's fine. There you go. Yeah, you're not sure. Smuggler Surprise needs another 7-drop. I'm inclined to agree. Alright, let the card draw begin. Six. Yeah, maybe drop a Sauna next turn. Honestly, like, plausible. If I drew a land, untapped land, I would do that. Quite possibly. I know this answers Caretakers. I'm kind of tempted to cycle it. Just to look for lands. That's pretty reasonable. So there's Torch for Vitality. I'm gonna go find my forest. And then I think it's time to run out. I guess if I do it this way, I can tap one of these for free. Pretty good. They need 2 removal spells to punch through this Vitality. And even if they do that, we can rebuild pretty trivially. Alright, they are torching it. We are going to torch it. So that it goes to the sitting around on the battlefield zone. And I'll analyze, grabs our final basic. We need to remember it's the final one. Can I just play a Talon and say go? Maybe? Then they can like Sunfall all my creatures away, but then I get to town both the trainers. Yeah, Vivien is an incredible card, but it might be a little bit too slow for current standard. I don't know. It's definitely in the ballpark. It is like believable to me that Vivien could be good. But unclear. I could bounce this to save it. Maybe I want to. Then I don't have to use my Analyze to find another one. And I can rebuy a Thundertrap whilst I'm at it. Yeah, bounce it and a trainer. Yeah, I agree. Seems nice. Now, like, Sunfall isn't even scary because we got one of our mana dorks off the field. Yeah, I agree, Gwen. I agree. I feel like if Vivien was in standard right now, the card would see play as a sideboard card. Yeah, we have infinite. Technically, if our opponent had 0 interaction, we would have the infinite combo next turn. Although I think it's safe to assume they probably have like 1 more kill spell. Oh, well, they are choosing to die? I'm pretty sure we have lethal, right? Is this correct? I guess we just do it. It seems incredibly likely this is lethal. I'm just gonna go for it. Like, we need enough time to actually perform the lethal, so I'm just gonna take the risk if it turns out we don't actually have it. Alright, me moans about bitter reunion, also me stares at this game. Classic, classic, classic. Crack Union for haste. I'm getting another Otter and play first, although I guess it makes no difference. I guess that they're probably just dead regardless, right? Well, Song is nice, I suppose. Okay, so we'd have actually had lethal anyway, although I wouldn't have gone for it because of Song of Totentanz. That's pretty funny. Bounce. Bounce. X4. I guess they're just already dead. I really enjoy taking game actions. I guess they're not quite already dead. Cast like 1 or 2 more spells, but pretty much there. All roads lead to Rome and all that. The ADHD deck. So true. Oh no, bouncing the Beza means they get to gain life. That's pretty unfortunate. I didn't think about that one. Attack you for 50. Very normal. Very normal. This looks like a nightmare to track in paper. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. This deck is delightful. I know. I love it. This is some of the most fun you can have playing Magic. Pick out another card. The handy dandy sideboard guide say. It says board out another torch. I'm pretty sure torch is good. There's like a couple copies. Because it's shore up on your vitalities. And it answers the stupid 2-1. Yeah, this is a take game actions deck. It really is. It really, really is. Don't judge me for boarding out a land in the control mirror. Details, details. It is very tough to play, it's true. Half the games we win, I'm just like, did I even like play any of those turns correctly? Which I don't know. I really don't want to mull to 5 in this matchup. And this hand's really good if we hit the land in the top 2. I think I'm gonna keep it. I know this is risky. I think mulling to 5 is really bad though. And we get 2 draws at a land, and if we find it, we get a Beanstalk, which is like great in the matchup. I don't know. Me boards out a land. Me has this happen. It really is, bro. Also, bouncing the Steam Room with Town Ain't Big Enough is hilarious. Well, that's pretty sad. With the 20 land deck, we have like 6 things that find lands. It's not just the land itself. The funny thing is, even after having this happen, it's very plausible that we're favored at the moment. Even after like this disaster, it's very plausible that we're currently favored in the matchup. I should have attacked for 2. I'm not blocking. Yeah, not attacking was bad. Alright, they actually have some pressure now. It's like a little spooky. Okay, maybe I could lose. Maybe I am experiencing what they call hubris. Maybe. Who could really say? Block, I agree. Quite a bit of pressure over there. Then they get to pump next turn, so we kind of have to kill the talent to not die. Like, not ideal. This is the way of putting it. Yeah. Yes, I'm dead. Take 8 if they pump and I kill this. Just gone. Game free. I mean, we can blow it up or bounce it, but even if we do that, how do we win? We go to 3 life and they have 5 creatures, and we will have 3 lands and no relevant permanents in play. It doesn't seem great. Like backing your land. Yeah. I mean, the good news is the card I would have bought it out instead was not one we drew, so it made no difference. But also, yes. Okay, this is an easy keep. Love to have Beanstalk. Let's just go ahead and cast it. Ooh. Thing. I probably just want a Bitter Reunion, and then I have 2 nice permanents in play if a town ain't big enough. Or I could play out the Vitality. And then I get to like use 4 mana next turn, which might be better. Yeah, I guess this way, there's decent chance they just kill the Vitality. But then we use all our mana next turn anyway, and we pull really far ahead on cards. Get it exiled? I don't know. It seems fine. They didn't have like a thing to sack to torch, right? So it's not guaranteed they could even exile it. Wow, brutal. They hit the card I actually cared about. Indeed, indeed. I guess I attack for free. And then I can go Floodcaller Bitter Reunion at the end of their turn. Oh, I could also have just songed as like Seething Song. It's very possible that was correct when they can't Sunfall us and they probably don't have temporary lockdown in against our town ain't big enough deck. Sure. They might have Torch for Floodcaller. Means we might have to not cast our Bitter Reunion until our turn. Or they just let me have the entire game. That's also good. I mean, I guess they're correct to fire it off here, because it's not like it does anything in my turn, but... I'm very happy with this happening, so... X equals 5, and then they die. Seems good. They do seem very dead, don't they? Fine to agree. Beep. Matchup is so one-sided. I think that's a part of the reason why I was happy to keep the sketchy hand game too as well. It just feels like so hard to ever lose when you're on the play. Shrug. Look at us go. Shoutouts to Bitter Reunion for being a spell I could cast. I guess Town Ain't Big Enough was also a spell I could cast, so it made very little difference, but you know. It sure was a spell that I could put on the stack. Yeah, I think if Caretakers is quite weak in this matter, I agree. Even my like Orzhov version, I'm not sure I would want to play at the moment. It's probably fine, honestly. Probably fine, but it is even the Orzhov version I think struggles a bit against some of the things in the meta. But like the non-Orzhov versions where you don't have the discard and the graveyard hate just seems so poorly positioned against everything. The discard, the Kayas, all that stuff. Hey Jason, good to see you. I really don't have to tap all my mana like this. They are already dead. I'm just kind of enjoying taking game actions. Let me take game actions for a minute, okay? Oh, infinite. Amazing. You just run them over, yeah. Taker's decks are not very good, sadly. As much as I want them to be. I do want to try out my Orzhov decks more soon. I feel like my Orzhov deck might be better against the new mono red lists than it was against the pump spell lists. It was already like fine-ish against the pump spell lists, but I feel like my Orzhov version could be pretty good against that deck. I don't really know how any of these decks beat Otters though.